Okay, so I got a little under 7 minutes to tell you what episode 16 is about. I don't know. Episode 16 is about music. It's about where music comes from, which is the soul, why it's so great, how it connects us. You'll have to go onto the Don't Hold Back Entertainment website go to the blog post to see the blog post for this episode. I knew it was an issue before, but it really defined it clearly to me how gratuitous the divide still is. I have a desire to create change, and I think this is my opportunity. I don't know why, but I think it's the right thing to do. When you're driving on one side of town and see fires and groups of hate, and cross a bridge and you see celebrations of freedom and equality, it's just something we can't shake, and it's something I can't continue to ignore and not state my opinion, because I don't think too many people are. And to be perfectly honest, since we're on the subject, I don't even know why. Sorry, I do know why. Critical race theory is the theory that, go to the website, check the blog post. I don't want to reiterate the same stupid shit because I really don't know what I'm talking about. But they want to take and remove from education, from the curriculum, our past, our history, our mistakes. Remove the natural systemic system that is designed to keep minority groups in the minority. There's no possible way that we can not talk about these things if we ever want to grow from them. Now, you're gonna hear or watch an episode that may not touch on those things, just as I have stated so eloquently here. But the point is, music was created and constructed as a whole of all of us together. Let's use music to continue to do that. Let's restart what it means to be diverse, to redefine diversity. Do I know what I'm talking about? That's for you to decide. And honestly, I really want to hear your opinions on this one. Check out the website, check out the blog post. It is a fun episode. I hope you enjoy it. Here you go. Thanks for listening and watching to Don't Hold Back Entertainment Podcast. This is Sam Slates, your host. Enjoy.
I had a shirt made.
I create things.
I'm like the Elon Musk of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Because, he's an engineer too. We're
practically brothers.
in the same circles.
Anybody see my vape? Alright. Yep.
Must have scampered off somewhere.
Sketchy bastard. Oh, and he's rubbing it in too.
You usually have it in your hand.
Oh, that's nice.
I do, true. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you usually always have it in your hand.
Calming.
It's so nice to just have your vape right
man,
on you when you need
so
it.
relaxing. Oh, it's there. It's right there.
Okay, cool. Set it down to play the drums. So thanks for coming over again, man.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
I really didn't need anything to talk about? Because we always find something.
Yep, indeed. I have a couple things, but I think I should save them for my podcast. You know what? I'll give up one of
You
them.
could save it.
I'll give up one of them because it's so good. I've been waiting to talk about it. Did you watch the? Now is it gauche to talk about another podcast on this one? Like an actual
Absolutely.
thing? Okay.
Well, like which podcast? Your
Like,
podcast?
No, I mean like Joe Rogan's podcast, like the most famous podcast. In the
Oh
world.
yeah, go for it.
Do you listen at all? Did you listen to the David Lee Roth episode? Do it.
Probably. Are there more than one? I feel like
There was
there's
one
more
from a
than one
couple
David
years
Lee
ago.
Roth episode.
I thought you were gonna say, is there more than one David Lee Roth? Like, not that I know.
Probably.
But
That's what you
he
shows what you know, buds.
he had a recent episode, and he was like pretty like self-contained on the first episode that he did. This one was just
All over the
Diamond
place.
Diamond Dave in his element, talking about himself, his favorite subject, and he was talking about how he used to be a paramedic in the 90s, and I can't get that out of my head that David Lee Roth from Van Halen was a fucking paramedic. Imagine you're having a heart attack and they're loading you into an ambulance and you see David Lee Roth and he's like, we gotta get this guy to the hospital. You're like, oh, I'm dead. I died.
I'm dead man.
I died.
I never knew it
This
would end like
is-
this.
I don't know what the hell this is, but I know for a fact David Lee Roth is not driving me to the fucking hospital. What a mind fuck. But yeah, recommend that one. He's
When did they air that episode?
it was like a month or so ago. But that dude leads a crazy life, man. He just lived in Japan for a couple years because he wanted to learn kendo or some crazy shit.
What's kendo?
Mixed
sword-
martial arts.
like sword martial arts,
Huh.
like samurai shit.
Did he watch
That's
Kill Bill?
legit.
Probably. I think he thinks he's a samurai, even though he's a Jew from Southern California.
Somebody call this guy.
Diamond Dave. Yeah, what a legend.
Have you ever been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No, I haven't. I always wanted to go, though.
We just went, yeah.
How was it? Did you see anything cool? Obviously.
Lots of
It
cool
was
stuff.
better pre-pandemic because you could like they have so many instruments and they
Right.
would actually let you play all of them and interact with them.
You can play them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
was really bummed out.
Yes.
Oh,
I
dude.
actually have a video when I went with my kids a couple years ago, and my oldest daughter was singing with like they have their own in-house band.
Really?
And, like you can
Man,
play an instrument with the band, or you can sing with them and everything. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. But that part was closed. Other than that, it was open. And they do some kind of Sirius XM radio show out of there.
Oh
during
yeah,
the
I
week.
missed that too.
That's during the
Teresa
week.
said they were recording during the week.
Yeah, it's during the week. We went on Sunday, so.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is weird how it's in Ohio, though. I don't think
Cleveland, Ohio.
I don't think of Ohio as a rock and roll place.
Surprisingly enough, there are a lot of people that have come out of Cleveland.
Who?
Okay. Alright.
Let me tell you, man.
Yeah.
Please do. Elucidate me.
We'll start with Little Richard.
He was from Ohio.
Mhm.
Okay.
Alan Freed,
Okay.
Robert Johnson. Those are old-timey.
I didn't know Robert Johnson was from Ohio. I thought he was from the South.
9 Inch Nails.
Trent Reznor's from Pennsylvania.
Cleveland.
I thought he was from...
Well, maybe.
Around
I mean,
here.
Band
maybe.
formed in Ohio.
Oh.
They're giving credit for the Cleveland. They get a Cleveland vote on that.
Yeah, they need
Joan,
all the help they can get.
Joan Jett,
Okay.
Stevie Nicks, Neil Young.
Neil Young is Canadian.
Well,
Yeah.
he was still given credit for Cleveland.
I don't think any famous people
He's
came
Canadian.
out of Ohio. I don't think any famous people came out of Ohio.
likes
They're
Cleveland.
just doctoring documents.
He's like, this is all.
Well, Dave Chappelle's definitely from Ohio.
It's
okay,
all
so-
conspiracy.
he's from Maryland.
He lives in
based-
Ohio.
He lives in Ohio.
Based in Yellow Springs now.
That's
but-
like if I moved to Hawaii and said, "Oh yeah, I'm Hawaiian."
I would do it.
Well,
Well, you're not claiming the other city, so obviously.
true.
But
Very true.
Tracy Chapman's from there, from
I
Cleveland.
can't believe I didn't put her on my list.
Whatever happened to Tracy Chapman?
I don't know.
She just kind of.
Yeah.
I guess once you write so many.
Someone
hit
must have gave
songs-
her a reason.
Oh.
Well, obviously they didn't give her a
Oh,
reason
yeah, right.
because she didn't come back around.
definitely more people in that one exhibit that were from Cleveland, which half the ones you named, I have no idea where they even came from.
That was John Lennon from Cleveland too?
It's the internet. Shut up.
No, it's Paul McCartney. Okay?
Oh, okay. I knew one of them was from Cleveland. Grew up
Moody Blues.
Grew up right in Cleveland.
Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick.
Janet Jackson.
Just Janet Jackson? No, the other Jacksons are from
These don't.
Cleveland?
The internet failed to mention any other Jackson. It's
Okay.
Google's fault, not mine.
Wait, what?
Fair enough.
Are you looking up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up, yes.
Oh, here we go.
Both
Fact
Sons
checker.
in Harmony, Kid Cudi.
Okay.
Tracy
A lot of
Chapman,
rap
we said,
artists.
9 Inch Nails, yes.
Oh.
Raspberries, The Moon Glows, Rocket from the Tunes, Cloud Nothing.
Okay, I've never heard of any of these other
Well,
people.
that's why I left those out.
Jim
Yeah.
Brickman.
Those are
Trent
the-
Reznor.
Jim Brickman sounds like a fake name.
It says Trent Reznor is from Cleveland.
I could have sworn he was from around here, but I don't know.
Oh, he's born in Newcastle, PA.
That's
but-
it.
But he moved there at a young age.
Yeah, they can have him.
You could keep them.
It's not that good. It's,
Let's see who the other one.
What do you know? Who are the famous Pennsylvanian acts that you know?
Donnie Iris.
Donnie.
Donnie Iris.
Can't forget Donnie.
The Clarks, obviously.
The Clarks. Yeah, that's on our list.
Everybody knows Wiz Khalifa.
George Benson.
George
George
Benson.
Benson's from Pittsburgh.
Why is that name so familiar?
He's a very famous jazz guitar player.
There was a large amount of jazz musicians that's come out of Pennsylvania.
Huh.
Like most of the people on the list are jazz guys
Word.
and gals. What else you got?
And, Sam Slates is from Pennsylvania. He's
Is
a
Will
musician.
Smith really from Philadelphia?
Yeah,
Born and raised.
West
Alright, I
Philadelphia.
wasn't sure. It was just their
On the
thing.
playgrounds where he spent most of his days.
Shooting a b-bomb.
Oh, man. Famous people from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like someone says, "Oh, that guy's from PA."
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we're not
notorious.
talking about
Yeah.
musicians at all.
That's what I
anymore.
can't. What's so
Jeff
funny
Goldblum
about
is
that?
a jazz pianist.
Is he really?
He is.
What's so funny about that is like that's when I asked myself that same question. I go Jeff Goldblum. But I was like, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I've
But
heard that.
Apparently it does.
I've heard that if you see Jeff Goldblum in the wild and you tell him that you're from Pittsburgh, he'll stop and talk to you.
In the wild.
I don't know what Jeff Goldblum does in his spare time. It's a lot of.
You know what I heard? If you look in the mirror and say Jeff Goldblum 3 times fast.
Really? He'll show up.
Yeah.
He'll talk to you for 5 hours.
Yeah. About apartments.com.
Marilyn Manson was the other one from Ohio.
He would be. He would be. Do you guys see that he's in tons of shit right now?
Oh yeah.
Which I'm not victim blaming at all, but did you not think that Brian Warner, aka Marilyn Manson, would be into some really psychotic shit?
Well, I don't really know any of the details of it. I'm like just hearing about this.
Yeah, he
Think
told me
about
that-
what you think Marilyn Manson would do in his spare time.
He thought
That's
he was
what
a
he
nice
did.
guy. Sam tells me,
I
thought he was a nice guy.
I just based my opinion
I'm like, what?
on
To
Marilyn
everyone who
Manson.
wasn't dating him.
Yeah.
What's so sad about this is I'm basing my opinion off of Marilyn Manson off of what I seen on MTV Cribs.
Okay. You know what? You know why he's so high strung and he flips out on people is because it's that if you have that image all the time, like that's a lot of maintenance. Sometimes he just wants to go to the grocery store and get a milk.
can't.
Like,
We were
a
just
thing of
talking
milk,
about that.
But he's like, I gotta paint my nails black and fucking put eyeshadow on and like chains and shit. It's exhausting.
It's tough.
It's an exhausting persona to keep up.
Well, you're supposed to dress the part you want to play, so.
That's true. I picture his bed just like a giant, like scorpion legs on the outside. Like everything in
This
his
is my
house is
bed.
black and red.
It's a
All
bunch of
metal.
ropes, apparently, according
Yeah.
to all the charges.
Oh,
bunch of ropes and
shit.
boards.
Wow.
But I mean, imagine the person that was, I guess the police were interviewing the victims. You can't act surprised.
No.
If they're like,
Well, I
he
think
tied me
that's-
down and burned me with cigarettes, you'd be like, yeah, he's Marilyn Manson.
Well, I think that's why, like, the first couple of girlfriends didn't come out until the most recent one did. Like, they didn't say anything. They're just like, yeah, I should have known better. Like, I should have
Yeah.
expected it. And then the one that did come out, she was like, I had no idea. And then the other ones were like, yeah, that's how he is.
We're gonna. They have a
Should've told
club.
ya. I thought you were warned.
There's gonna be like, after he's dead, there's gonna be even more women coming out saying that because they're like, I was just so afraid to tell anyone when he was still alive because you don't know what he's capable of. Which I imagine is some pretty heinous shit.
It's like if someone wears a shirt that says "I rape people," you know, and then you date them, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no one.
I think it's more of an embarrassment thing at that point. Like, I should have known. He said it. Clearly, he wore it on himself.
Yeah.
You know?
He has 5 tattoos that say that.
Does he really?
Probably.
Oh.
That's, I don't know. Can we speculate?
Well, yeah.
I think that Marilyn Manson has at least 3 rape tattoos. And until he proves me wrong, that's the story I'm going to tell people.
Yeah. Yeah, and the victims don't want to come forward that told you about the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, are you looking this up right now, Sam?
Well, yeah. Do you
Please
guys
tell me you're Googling Marilyn Manson rape tattoos.
No,
really
not the rape tattoos.
Is he really a
I
bad
wanted to
guy?
see what he's being charged with.
I don't believe Marilyn Manson's such a
So
bad
up to this
guy.
point, what is the understanding of these charges? Like, what do you guys?
Held hostage, you know what I mean? Things
Average
like
stuff.
Average stuff.
Like he did what Rick James did. He just took it to another plane.
Well, I pulled up the old USA Today.
Okay.
I don't think he was quite the Harvey Weinstein of the group. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
No, Harvey
Maybe there's
Weinstein
more.
he was raping with a purpose.
Yeah.
Because he was making deals and keeping women down. He had stuff to do. Marilyn Manson, he just does it in his free time because that's what he really enjoys. I bet you didn't think we were going to talk about rape this much on the podcast.
Really, I didn't. This misdemeanor claim was pursued after we received a demand for the videographer for more than $35,000 after a small amount of spit came in contact with their arm. We asked for evidence.
what?
I feel like we're missing a big part of this story.
Yeah, I don't know. Now it's misdemeanor spit charges.
Well, that's what 2 simple assault charges.
Well, he's been
Okay.
charged with other things throughout the years.
Class A misdemeanor in New Hampshire can carry all possible jail sentence, 1 year fine.
Those aren't the most recent ones. I don't think you're...
In addition to the latest charges, the embattled musician has been accused of assault by multiple women, including his ex-fiancée, Evan Rachel Wood, and Game of Thrones actress Esme Bianco. In April, Bianco filed a lawsuit accusing Manson of sexual assault, sexual battery, and human trafficking. And in February, Westworld star Wood alleged Manson horrifically abused her for years. Ashley Walters also accused him of sexual assault, battery, harassment. Dang.
These assaults don't sound very
Denied
simple
these
at all.
past allegations. Faced the fallout. Yeah. You're bad.
He's a bad man.
You bad man.
He looks so normal.
Who would have thought?
He's such a sweetheart.
Oh, Brian.
He volunteers at the Boys and Girls Club. Like, no. He's
from Ohio, right? Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I can't say that I'm shocked, but like, I don't know. It is. I guess you kind of want to believe that like that is a stage persona, that the person isn't really like that, but no, he totally is. That's what he's into. That's what he likes. So, yeah.
You signed up for it. Blech.
I wonder how many women were like, "I'm down anyway. I don't care."
I'm sure a lot of them.
Probably, like, he rapes people. It's like, that's why I'm in the line. Yeah.
That's why
I
I'm
mean,
in
how
line.
many people would have actually? How many like models would he have gotten if he didn't have that persona? Probably none. If he was just
Imagine how many more women would find him attractive if he didn't have that persona.
I don't know. Like, but then he wouldn't have the music.
That's
thing,
true. He'd be working in a
and,
fucking cubicle or
he'd
some
be
shit.
Playing in some bar down the road right now.
Yeah.
So
He'd be a CPA. Something boring.
yeah.
Brian Warner, accountant.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, man, I don't know. Everyone's getting in trouble for everything. Everyone, like,
Still.
for the past couple years, people have been saying, how far is cancel culture gonna go? It's pretty fucking far, apparently. I'm not saying that Marilyn Manson is,
Didn't deserve.
yeah, exactly.
Doesn't.
But like, I saw this thing that the actor Michael B. Jordan got in trouble for cultural appropriation, for appropriating Trinidadian culture, and I was like, Who the fuck? I don't know anything about Trinidadian
Yeah, what
culture.
exactly does that mean?
I don't
What do you
know.
do? Okay.
He
Isn't that
he
his
named
culture?
his. He has a rum, and he named his rum some Caribbean word. I don't know.
Oh.
And he's not Trinidadian, so a bunch of Trinidadians were,
He's a...
yeah, like fuck you, Michael.
It's
Which
just
I
taking the
don't
fun out of everything.
really
So if
is.
you name your dog like, a French name and you're not French.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I'll be the first one to report you.
Ugh.
Like she's not French, and her dog's even less French.
Get
Yeah.
the pitchforks.
That's what it's called. Like it pretty much is. As soon as somebody does something wrong, everyone on the internet wants to like, let's get him, fucking get him.
Get up!
And it's, I don't know, it's getting boring.
Well, that one news article today was the Supreme Court over a Pittsburgh cheerleader. She was a sophomore. And on her Snapchat, she wasn't in school, on school, and she wasn't talking about anyone or to anyone, but I guess she posted a snap where she swore in it. And somebody recorded it. She was
Okay.
at home and did this. Somebody recorded it, showed somebody on the cheerleading team. They reported to the school, and she was suspended from cheerleading
For swearing?
for swearing on her
Social
Snapchat. Because the
media.
school, on her social media, even though she wasn't in school, she was in 10th grade.
Yeah.
And so the family, took it to court, and then it made it all the way to Supreme Court, and they won, and the girl won. For that's her First Amendment right,
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't expel you from school for swearing in the hallways, so how are they going to, when you're at home, that's none of their business.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it wasn't at anyone, it wasn't bullying, it had nothing to do with the school, but they got involved for no reason.
After she got in trouble, like her parents should have made snap. Like everyone in her family should have made snap. Like fuck that fucking school, those motherfuckers, freedom killers, communists,
Right.
Yeah.
living in a police state. It's like some Alex Jones shit. Now the schools are gonna be trying to keep you down. They're gonna watch everything you do. They make the fucking frogs gay.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, buddy. Like he's that.
Yeah, that was a Pennsylvania school. I mean, the high school I went to, there was a stabbing at. There's shootings at other schools, and they're worried about some girl swearing, and
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there at the stabbing. That was years later.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, that was gonna be my second
Yeah, that
question.
was years later. No, it was years later. No.
Let's talk about this stabbing real quick.
Yeah.
You kind of glazed over that like it was nothing.
Do you
Paltry.
They made a movie like right before that. Number 9 or no, number 6. It was some kind of number. There's Franklin Regional in Murraysville. and
Oh.
There was that stabbing. That was so many years ago, but
A family friend was the principal or assistant principal at the time.
okay, the stabbing.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about.
I do, yeah, I do remember that now. That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was.
Kids just don't stab like they used to.
And then it was
you know?
just recent that this girl's swearing, and this is what the school's worried about in Pennsylvania when there's other shit that happens. Like you have metal detectors when you walk into schools
Right.
now. You can't
Right.
go pick your kid up anymore. Like,
Oh, God.
I don't get it.
Yeah, well, these kids they're jeweling in the hallways and swearing. They're listening to Marilyn Manson.
Tickets. You got tickets. See the devil in the flesh.
Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in a while. That's a good one.
Detroit Rock City.
Detroit Rock City.
No,
Never saw it.
Never seen it. Oh man,
it's a classic.
it's it was a desperate ploy to keep Kiss relevant in the
Huh.
early 2000s, and
I
Yeah.
guess so. That was
it was a while ago.
Was that before Gene, whatever his name is, decided to make the Family Jewels VH1 show
Yeah.
or whatever? Okay.
Yeah, I used to watch that show.
It was good.
It was he's such a dick. I
Oh
can't
my gosh, he's
not
so
watch
arrogant.
it.
He
Yeah,
is so fucking arrogant.
he's got that.
Like-
He's got millions and millions of
Fucking
dollars. He
Gene
doesn't give a fuck.
Simmons.
He's Gene Simmons from Kiss.
He could do
Kiss is
whatever
the
he
greatest band that's ever lived. That's
What? Wait, what?
wants.
that's a direct quote from Gene Simmons.
Oh, okay.
That's how
Is that
Gene
a
Simmons
Family Guy?
talks. But yeah, man. Who else was the kid from Terminator 2 was in that
Oh yes.
before he went off
Yep.
the rails.
When you say off the rails, do you mean he went to Comic-Con?
No, I went a little farther than that. I'm
okay,
talking.
he hasn't gone there yet.
I think like
That's next year.
drugs and assault, and I saw a picture
Well,
of
then that's
him.
next year for
I
money.
saw
Extra money, he's going to Comic-Con. Got it.
Comic-Con was fun, but like I don't know. It was I've seen interesting people in my life, but there were some intense people there.
Intense.
Like yeah.
Would you go to one of those furry conventions they have? Like not, I
As
don't know
a
about
furry?
around
As a furry?
here. I don't know.
Or as a
Would you just
spectator,
go?
or-
Yeah.
I can't imagine they'd appreciate you showing up and just like, look
Yeah,
at all
you-
them.
oh,
Look
you
at
get
all
these
these.
complained,
sperm.
Yeah. They'd
You'd
be
the
like, get out of
outcast,
here.
You might get attacked, yeah.
You
think if
fucking
I'm
normie.
Making the
I was
attempt to
attacked
go.
by a...
You might as well.
I couldn't
wear-
tell what he looked like. He was dressed as a squirrel.
All these wolves just came from behind.
This is the third call.
Yeah.
It's the same squirrels.
That is like... That would be in like The Warriors 2. There'd be a gang of furries with baseball bats. Wait, do you guys hear that? You're like, oh no!
I think you just were going by the screenplay of the next Purge, you know, when they coming out in costume. Furries.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen any of the Purge movies, but I've always wondered, like,
People are
why don't they just leave the
into
country? If, like, oh, the Purge is in 3 days, we should probably go up to Canada or something.
What is it?
You get records delivered?
Yeah.
right.
That's
yeah.
baller, man.
It's the new subscription box thing we got going on.
Yeah, it's called a... Oh, what's that? It's like the bespoke post for douchebags. I only...
What did you say? Bespoke? What is it?
Bespoke post, it's like, I don't know. It's like the subscription box for men. They give you
Like high
knives
quality
and
class
ropes and
elite
shit. Yeah, they're like, yeah,
items.
$120 value in every box. Like,
Ugh.
nah.
Have you gotten it?
I have not.
Oh, then how do you know?
Because I'm a cynical prick.
Oh,
I just
so
know.
That's like the zombie
I'm a
apocalypse
cynical
box?
bastard.
Zombie apocalypse
Look at all
box
this.
or
Yeah, something like that.
Like Purge
Enjoying their
preparation?
wealth.
There's so many people buying zombie apocalypse shit,
Yeah, it's probably a good bet.
and it's never gonna happen.
Oh, good.
If anything does happen, it's gonna be like COVID, where it just but worse than COVID, where it just kills everyone. You know?
It just kills everyone.
We'll see what they can cook up for next time.
Well, I don't know. Mike Lindell, he's going around the country with his speeches, you know, and it's all coming, according to the My Pillow guy.
That is. I was gonna say I know that name. Yeah.
That guy's crazy.
He went off the
Off the
rails.
deep
Oh my gosh.
Straight.
And he doesn't even smoke crack anymore. Like, Jesus Christ. You need to go back, buddy. I don't know. How were you then? Let me see you then.
Did he smoke crack before he made the pillows or
Yes.
after? Okay. Well, I mean, you're smoking crack, you're living on the street, you're thinking, man, I really use a fucking pillow. And that probably...
I know what I'll do.
Oh, and then some other homeless guy tries to take it. This is my pillow. That's
Yeah,
where the name
that's
comes
it.
from, you know?
My
Oh
pillow.
my god.
In a crack haze, he just wrote in Sharpie, my pillow on it. And he was like, this is it. So many people didn't
Take it to
believe
the
him.
big time.
He was just walking around on crack, and they were like,
This
I'm
is
gonna
my
start
pillow.
start a pillow company, man. I'm gonna start selling pillows, like the best pillows
pillow.
you've ever had. And everyone's like, all right,
What do you call it? Mine.
my pillow.
Mine.
Mine. Can I see it? No.
Yeah,
My
now-
pillow.
Now he's going around the country saying by August, Trump will be back in office.
By August.
Yeah, it's by August.
it's probably
That's a short timeline.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing it for a couple months now. So,
Okay.
you know.
He must be sweating now. He's like, oh, it's only a couple months away.
He's looking
If
for
he
his
doesn't,
pillow.
if Trump doesn't get back in office, people are gonna think I'm crazy. Just sitting there, smoking cigarettes, surrounded by pillows.
Yeah, looking for my crack bite. My crack bite.
There's a slot in my pillow for it.
What's the person that doesn't exist in the episode when Charlie's in the mailroom?
Barney.
Barney doesn't exist.
Tell-
Barney in office 212 doesn't exist. Going forward and over here, smoking too many cigarettes.
Pepe
smoking
Sylvia,
all
yeah.
day. Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I have boxes of Pepe. Yep, that's the My Pillow guy right now.
Boxes of Pepe.
But do you guys follow politics at all?
I
Like
try to
dabble?
watch the
Obviously, we
news
try to watch the
anymore,
news, yeah.
but like just the NBC nightly news on YouTube because we don't have cable, so
Yeah.
like we just watch it on YouTube
It's all
during the week.
propaganda anymore.
Yeah, but it's just get a glimpse of what's going on. Okay, move on
Yeah.
in life. And then I like watching the Karen videos, that
Oh,
people post.
what
I like
is-
that
People
shit.
freaking out.
What does that guy say? Karen better wish she would or something?
Yeah,
What is-
something
what
like
is
that.
Karen better wish she would.
Karen better try.
Yeah, something like that. I don't even know now. That guy just goes nuts over Karens.
I like that guy for his tenacity.
Did you guys see any of our fearless leader's gaffes? Or,
What?
his like, he can't finish a sentence. He'll just like ramble.
Oh yeah.
And he was yelling at a reporter.
Yes, we just watched that last night actually.
Yeah. I love how he said, "You guys never say anything good. You never have any good questions. It's all negative." It's like, they're the fucking press.
Yeah.
And you're the president. And they give you softball questions all the time.
Yeah,
It's pretty
well,
much
yeah,
like,
that's
"Do you like
true.
being president? What's your favorite snack,
like
Mr.
being
President?"
president?
My
Yeah.
thing is, though,
What's
they
your
made it a
favorite
bigger
food?
snap out deal than I think it really was, just because he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's never mean. He never snaps. But like, if one of us would snap out on someone, there'd be like things being thrown.
Yeah.
Like that's snapping out, not what he like swearing. Like him yelling.
He's
like,
also 80 years old. Like, you
Yeah.
can't afford to really lose
I
it.
don't know. The guy at the auction last night looked like he was 90, and he was talking about cocaine off some pole. So,
That sounds like an interesting guy.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
If you're 90, keep doing it.
Yeah,
Either
go
keep
for it.
or start doing
Like,
coke.
I
Go
think
out
he said
and blaze
something like,
a gun-
"Oh, this
blaze
is
a
so old. I
gunfire."
bet
That's it,
someone was
man.
doing lines of cocaine off of this, or something like that." Somebody was about to
Just
auction off.
some
and I'm
really,
like, what
really
the-
inappropriate jokes.
like it was for
And
old
really
people.
inappropriate jokes for an antique auction.
He's from a different time.
He really is.
The antique auctions back in the
should say
day,
that, too.
free for all.
Yeah.
It was a wild
No
crowd.
one even stopped him. It's like the senior citizen that's like shitting in the grocery store. No one's like, yeah, someone should
Well, back
stop
in their
this.
day, it
Yeah, but like, are you gonna be the
No,
one?
no,
Back
no.
in their day, cocaine was in Coca-Cola, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, that's true. I was wondering what it was like to be like alive during the Great Binge. You guys ever hear of that?
Binge.
What era was the
what
Great
yeah, what
Binge?
year
It was from-
like the 61 to
Oh, I'm talking
75?
like 1870s up until the First World War,
before like they even put regulations
where
in for
all
things,
drugs
yeah.
were just legal. Like morphine,
Great Binge.
heroin, cocaine, everything was cocaine.
Throw everything at the wall, see what
Yeah.
sticks.
That was their medicine. Too.
Exactly. You would
like-
just like, you take your kid into the
Get the
doctor and be like,
morphine in the
he's
cow."
always hyper. I can't get him to settle down. Like, I'll give him some morphine. They just shoot him up.
Give him a teaspoon of this. He'll
Yeah.
shut up for
smoking
16
opiates
hours.
and everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, what'd you give him? Laudanum. Oh, cool.
Go to the dentist. Here, rub this cocaine all over your mouth.
That's it.
Gums. Yeah.
But yeah, up until like, I think the start of the First World War, like everyone was just on drugs all the time.
Well, you want to know what life was like? Short. That's what it was.
Well,
it was
yeah.
short back
All the more
then.
reason to live it up.
It was short.
By the time you're like 40, I don't know, 47, you're like, you know what? I probably don't have that many years left. I should party it up a little bit.
Right?
I can only go to the dentist so many
47.
times. God damn it. I'm out of teeth.
Sir, your teeth are fine.
I mean, that dentist was probably also on cocaine, so he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, sure.
Huffing some gas,
Yeah.
too, you know.
But yeah, what a crazy time to be alive.
Well, I heard that. I read today that all the psychedelic like stocks that they're trying to like use for like make depression, like whatever.
Yeah.
Those are people that invest in those are all going up. The stocks are going up, but it's still not legal yet.
Not yet. It's legal in, I think, Portland.
Oh, everything's legal there
Yeah.
in small bits, apparently. But
In micro doses.
yeah, because you can buy on Instagram. You can buy chocolate mushroom bars.
Really?
Off
Yeah.
this guy, yeah.
There was that one piece
But
on
you
the
gotta buy
news,
them in
too.
bulk, so I didn't have enough money.
What define bulk?
5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like 10 crates
No.
or something.
I need 62,000. 492.
All right, that's fair. But yeah, I don't know. It should be legal, but at the same time, do you really want a bunch of people running around on mushrooms? Because people are,
Maybe.
I mean,
Well,
let's face it,
yeah.
they're idiots.
I mean, do
It,
I
it
want
would help
some
a
of these
lot
people
of
running
people.
around,
It
period?
really would
Yeah,
help some
that's
people.
true.
Can you pick and choose what drugs each person uses, though? Like, some people need the downers, uppers,
Just mix them all.
There should be like
Mix
a,
them all together, just even
like
it
a
out.
size chart, like for when you're at the shoe store.
Yeah.
You just walk up to it, and it tells you what.
Tells you how
your
crazy
yeah,
you are?
Like, oh, this is what you need.
How much mushrooms you need to tone down your whatever's
It won't
wrong with you?
It won't give you the shit that makes you do bad things.
I want to hear like that. Oh, is this it?
Well, it's a box.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I want to talk to the guy that's like, take this. This will make you do bad things. Like, ooh.
Well, since it's legal there, like, they advertise for it and everything, and, yeah, manufactured.
It says the 3 doses are micro, 1 to 3 pieces, therapeutic, 3 to 7, Wonderland, 8 to 12.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
true. It's a true story.
Those things were incredible.
It's a true story. For real.
You're pretty experienced with psychedelics, right?
Are you a narc? You a cop? He's wearing a wire.
Dude, is this that cancel culture again? You just want to turn somebody in.
Yep, you're trying to get the
Stop
Buds and...
'em.
Listen, the Buds and Suds pretty much already canceled themselves. Good, you have to get behind us if to make our podcast
We've
fail.
already canceled ourselves,
Yeah.
so there's nothing you can
We really should have an episode soon, but I feel embarrassed because people are like, do you guys ever
you,
put
like,
another
do you, like,
episode
upload
out? And
it
I'm
on
like,
there?
yeah, we're working on it. And then it just never happened. I blame Vince's new baby.
How old's the baby?
Don't blame the baby. It's not the baby's fault.
4 months.
Well, why doesn't he just, like, breastfeed him during the podcast or something? That's all babies want.
Yeah, I don't know. He says
Whip a tit out.
he's
Come
working.
on.
He doesn't want all those microphones around the baby. He has these weird paranoias and psychoses. Yeah.
Right. Wave frequencies.
Yep. I mean, I could tell you some stories, but I
He's seen some things.
don't think Vince's attorney would appreciate it. It would make his job a lot harder than it already
Just
is.
so everybody knows, Vince's attorney is like a pit bull, like the size of a teacup. One of those miniature ones.
He talks about him all the time. I just always pictured his attorney as
It's not a
him
real
looking
person.
into a mirror, saying, "You got to do this and you have to do this. We're gonna beat this thing." But they never do.
And the child's still alive.
Child's still alive. The child might be his attorney, actually. It was right around the same time.
What
shit.
are you doing here?
Playing with it.
Oh.
The ambiance.
So what do you think are the best 3, shows for comedy ever?
Like podcasts or like
No,
shows?
like TV shows to watch. The big
Um,
ones to watch.
I've been
Because I'm
recently...
having a hard time getting into anything,
Yeah.
whether it's old or new or anything.
I started watching Arrested Development again, and the writing in that show was just so... There's so many jokes and so many inside jokes that, like, you can watch it a couple times and still...
I've never seen it.
It is... Oh, man. It was so good that they brought it back after it was off the air for, like, 15 years.
I do remember hearing about that.
It was
But you say
unprecedented.
Arrested
That was
Development?
Arrested
HBO
Development, yeah.
originally, right? HBO show originally?
No, it was Fox.
I thought it was HBO originally.
And then Netflix picked it up.
Huh.
And then, yeah.
Saved it.
But, like, it wasn't the same.
Speaking of Netflix, what have you been watching?
I'm actually looking for a new Netflix show as we speak.
Ooh.
Any recommendations?
Really?
I watched Bly Manor. I was telling you earlier that was a really good
Bly
show.
Manor.
Yeah, we watched that one.
I want to watch The Haunting of Hill House. Especially
we watched
now.
that one too.
I promised one of
that
the
was
stars
you.
that I
You
would.
definitely watched
Oh,
that.
you did?
Nah, probably not.
I was whenever we met that guy at Comic-Con, he was sitting there with a beer and a shot and he looked like, "Get me out of this fucking town. Get me out of Monroeville. Get me away from all these people." And yeah, he was as nice as he could have been. He was also the kid from E.T.
Huh.
Oh,
Which-
really?
We just wrote E.T.
I didn't.
Um,
Excuse me. I didn't even bring that up because he's probably so sick of talking about
yeah,
E.T.
yeah, most definitely.
Because he's been talking about it for, like, I don't know, 40 years.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he was cool. And then I met Brian Tochi from the Ninja Turtles.
What, like the suit actor? Or the guy?
No, he was the voice.
Oh,
Very nice guy. Like,
cool.
he had so much energy. I was like, oh wow, because like they call like last call. It's the last chance to meet this celebrity. Last chance to meet this celebrity.
Yeah.
And I just, I walked up and I was like, oh, it's really nice to meet you, Mr. Tochi. He's like, please call me Brian, and just like grabbed my hand. I was like, what's your name? It's like, oh, okay.
Holy shit.
60-year-old man has the energy of like a 14-year-old.
Right.
Holy shit. But
cool.
How long ago was that movie? He's 60. Jeez.
I think the first one came out in 1990.
Sounds about right.
So
He was in his 40s when he did The Voice.
1990 wasn't
30.
20 years ago.
So 30.
Wait a second.
Damn it.
I was born in 1990, and I'm
Damn
not
it.
20. But so yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
It was fun.
Did you say you listen to a lot of podcasts at work?
Yeah. So many.
There's this one in London. It's called the Midnight High podcast.
Okay.
And I shared them our episode where we did the table reread.
Really?
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
I said you guys should do a version with your worst American accent. Or your best American accent.
Did you send them the Grand Prix? You should have sent them that.
I didn't, but I will. They said they were going to try it out, said they like it. But
Word?
figured you think that was cool at least.
Yeah, man, that is. How did you?
Because I'm re-uploading the episode, and I'm like, man, maybe this is a bad idea. Like posting something of us just being ignorant a-holes and talking about
I do want to do that
these
again.
dirty, trashy whale people, people from Wales, and I have no idea what people from Wales are like. But
The Welsh.
so to redeem myself, I say, hey, all in good fun. You guys should make fun of us too. So it'll be. Like,
Are they Welsh or English?
I don't know what they are.
Okay.
He's still ignorant, so.
Yeah,
You realize
that's
those
right.
are
Yeah.
two different countries
Well, 2 different countries.
with 2 different languages.
Right.
Oh man.
Details. Who has time for 'em?
I've never met a Welsh person, but I don't trust them. No, if anything, I wouldn't trust the English, the fucking imperialist dogs. You guys have those
Could you
spam.
imagine what they say about us?
That's what I mean. Like that's why I was like,
Oh, yeah.
for the
I
last
want to hear
so
what
many
they
years,
say.
Yeah.
They're just as fat and stupid with a weaker military. I don't give a fuck what they have to say. So,
Yeah.
but did you guys ever get those IRS phone calls where it's some Indian guy telling you that you need to give him your banking information,
Yeah,
or
we're
otherwise he's
gonna
going
get
to call the
arrested.
police? Yeah.
Mine was different.
Long
Mine
time
was they
ago.
wanted me to go to the Rite Aid. They knew I was close to a
Yeah.
Rite Aid.
Yeah.
And get them an iTunes gift card for payment or something else. And I'm like, what? And he's like, listen, we will call the police if you don't. I said, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
calling the police right now myself. And I did.
Didn't you hear about the new
Yeah,
iTunes
like
Pay
go.
program
They want to go, right?
Yeah.
with the
Like, the
IRS?
IRS
When
doesn't get paid in iTunes. Like, what are
Seriously,
you talking about?
when did Apple get a fucking contract with the IRS? That's what I want to know.
Taxes go to
Fucking
Apple.
legit.
No.
But I used to love answering those because you can fuck with those guys. I have all the time in the world. I'm not married and I have no kids. I'm the worst person for them to call because I have nothing better to do. And
Your day's
the
ruined.
one the one guy, I was kind of short with him because I was in a hurry, but not too busy to answer the call. Though. I was like, can't you do you only call Americans? Can you call the British? Surely you hate the British more than you hate us. And he didn't even know what to say. He was like, and just hung up because I was right. The Indians do hate British people more, as they should.
So,
Occupiers.
do Americans scam their country?
I hope
Is
so.
that why they're getting back at us and scamming our country?
No, I think that they
Or
just
are we
assume.
just that stupid.
I
that
think
can
they
get
assume
money
that every
easier?
American is rich.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
because I
And
mean,
we think Apple is where our taxes go to. So,
Yeah.
well, that company, yeah.
pay my taxes with Apple Pay. It's so easy. Click of a button, pay your taxes for the next 5 years. But
The next 5.
I mean, they're not gonna try Canada.
Oh gosh, no.
Or are they gonna say you owe us, you have to send us 20 bottles of maple syrup, otherwise
Oh, you
we're gonna call the
bastard.
Mounties on you.
We're gonna call the Mounties.
Yeah,
on
and they're like, oh gosh, I don't want that to happen.
20 pounds of pot, please.
yeah, right.
Right? That's what's up. I've never been to Canada, and I'm also not allowed in,
Why?
but litigious reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys later. Anyone listening, you can probably, if they know what I'm talking about,
You know.
they know. But whenever I found out, I was immediately, it made me so mad, even though I have no desire to go to Canada for anything.
Now you
I
want
didn't
to?
want, I didn't want to
yeah.
until I can't go. Now that I'm not allowed, it makes me want to go there even more.
I've been to Niagara Falls, that's it.
Yeah.
And that was before you were required to have a passport. I think I went there to drink when I was 20 for my birthday. And it was nice and everything, but
That was with Dave Rebus, right?
yeah. Yeah, we went over there drinking. I was singing that South Park song through our hotel, Blame Canada. I don't know. I was all drunk.
Probably must have loved that.
They were so mad at me. My friends
man.
were so mad at me. Oh my
Blame
gosh.
Canada.
Yeah. They were-
What's like? Did anyone yell it back at you?
No. We saw no one
No.
in our hall.
I'd
for
like to
that
see.
thing.
I'd like to see a pissed off Canadian yell at you because I don't even know what they'd say. They'd be like,
Hey,
"If it's not too much trouble, could you please stop saying
Well,
that? If you know,
could you
It was
please?
the hotel bartender's fault that night because he was giving us shots, and since it was my birthday,
right?
he decided to give me a cement mixer. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a cement mixer?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's
Garbage.
fucked up to do to someone on their birthday, okay?
It is
You
a
ever
horrible
something
thing to
curdles
do.
in their
Well,
mouth?
it's your 20. It's
So,
your
yeah.
21st. That's like a.
It was my 20th, but the point is, you
Well,
know,
that's what you get.
I got drunk, and yeah, I was mad and blaming Canada for everything.
As you
So-
should. What does Canada contribute to the world? Not much. Hockey players and maple syrup.
Your input.
Oh, no, they have that game.
Oh,
What's
good.
that game? What do you-
You should probably. I guess I should have turned my amp off. Whoops.
What's that game where you, like, clean the ice for the discs?
Curling.
Yeah, they have that game,
Curlers.
too. Yeah, I bet I could play that game professionally.
I've never done it, but I feel
don't
like
think
I
we
could
have
also
it.
do it as
Yeah,
well.
I think that, like, the sports that I could do and be great at, we don't have here.
Yeah. It's
It's
yeah,
not
that's
fair.
that's some kind of Canadian sport. That's what they do up north. Polite assholes. No, like I wonder, like, what is the worst thing that's ever happened in Canada? It's like two guys got into an argument about which Tim Hortons donut was the best.
I think
They called the entire police force because they were speaking
this guy
at a moderate
says
level
it's the
to each other.
glazed.
Well, didn't you see, like, last month they found all those dead children's bodies in those old Christian schools and, you know, Catholic
What?
schools? When
Well,
different,
Jesus
like,
Christ.
Oh,
When,
That's-
when Christianity was trying to spread in, like, the early 1900s and everything, and they would force the indigenous children to, like, come to these schools, and they never went back.
Well, that's dark.
Yeah,
What?
and they found all these bodies, yeah.
Wouldn't expect that from Canada.
Yeah, no, it was our country sending the Christianity.
Oh.
and then
Well, that
first-
sounds about right. Yeah, that
It
checks
was
out.
us.
They just extended.
Was the
their
U.S. committing these
border.
atrocities? Never mind.
They just extended their border shutdown, needless to say, until July 15th, I think. So.
Yeah. Fucking Canada.
No religion allowed either. Oh. I would have moved to New Zealand. I like their president they have there. That lady's nice. And she's
Were you
I don't
just about
even-
to hit on her?
but I don't know. They have the best, control of the pandemic. They don't really have crime there, and just do whatever you want.
That's 'cause most of the-
don't bother people.
Most of the population is sheep.
Exactly.
In
so
New
why
Zealand.
not?
Can't-
Yeah. You don't have to be
can't
bothered.
lose.
You don't have to be bothered. Yeah.
You guys remember Flight of the Conchords?
Well, I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
Ashley
we were
recently
just listening to
found
them.
him.
Oh man, there's an episode where they meet the New Zealand Prime Minister, and he's just like, "I'm Brian," and the New Zealand Prime Minister, everyone just calls him Brian, and he looks like he
Bro,
sells.
call them by their first name.
Yeah.
We all know each other. But
I wonder how many, like, they must hate people going there, like outsiders going there, because
No, they
everyone's
love
like,
it.
we're the hobbits and shit.
we're the hobbits.
Like, I thought there were like wizards and dragons and shit in New Zealand.
I don't think they let people in anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
probably not.
Well, yeah, most countries don't want us in. So.
Yeah, well, you know what? They can't come here. Because future President
Well,
Harris
you
shut
can't
down
come
the
to my
border.
party.
Yeah.
What'd you say, future President Harris?
I didn't say that. Did I say that?
I
think
heard.
you
I think
did.
you did. Must be the
I think it's this mic.
yeah, the little liberal fairy back there floating around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to go to Mexico and adopt a little, like at the border. Not
Okay.
into Mexico, but at the border. I mean, if there's all these children that, are in cages and don't have
It's funny. So you're like, I
parents.
want to adopt a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, little
it's
brown
a little.
boy.
Yeah, like instead of little brown boy. No. Well, no, I would have adopted a child that doesn't have parents, like a little kid, And,
No, there's children that need it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and they said they're in cages. I thought so.
They are still
I
in
wanna set
cages.
them
Isn't
free.
that weird? The Democrats were like, this is outrageous. Until they're doing it, then they're like, well,
Who's doing this? Stop!
we can't fix everything right away. You have to stay in the cages for a couple years.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
We're only a couple months into the presidency. Come on. Yeah.
But they're not. I don't know. I guess they're not up for adoption.
Are you serious? I thought we talked about this. I thought it was
Yeah,
legit
we did
that,
talk about it. What?
No, like that it was legit that you could.
No, they're not up for... They're still looking for their payment.
Like
Now,
fostering.
Imagine all the children's hearts that you're going to break whenever you show up and you're like, no, no, too tall,
No.
too short.
That's not how you pick children.
Well, you'd have to pick one.
How do you pick children?
I don't know. I've never been in that position. Hopefully I never
I
am.
don't like the way that one's looking.
Somebody clip that out, please.
I put my fingers in the cake. You didn't come on. I don't want that one.
We are all going to hell.
Take to me. It's not
All
taking
going to
me.
hell. And if you're laughing too, you are.
That
you are
one bit
definitely
me.
going to hell.
I hope you never find a family. Yeah.
Oh, it leaked on me.
So far, we've talked about rape, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, poked fun at orphans in Canada, kidnapping, human trafficking. Oh, what else? What else?
Yeah, I think if there's anything that gets me kicked off of anything, this will be it.
There's multiple.
But I think that's good.
Trigger warning for every episode.
Yeah, I'll make sure to put a disclaimer on this one.
I was reading a news story about like somebody that committed suicide, and it said trigger warning, discussion of suicide, and it's like, well, if they see the word, isn't that going to trigger them? Which I find ironic.
Do you listen to Tom McDonald at all?
He sounds Canadian.
He is.
Totally.
He
Really?
is.
He really
is.
is.
Oh,
He
I
is.
can
You're good.
spot him.
You're good.
Spot him a mile away.
Sam, you explain him.
Dreadlocks, covered in tats. Probably a rough and rumble guy.
Okay.
He tried to be like an American, like a professional wrestler, and then he got into wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's very outspoken. I don't know. Sam, you describe him.
That's normally what
says-
people say
Yeah,
when he's an asshole. Like he speaks his mind.
He is about everybody though. It's
Okay.
not like he takes one side or any side at all.
He just calls it like he sees it.
Yes.
You say it like that, but it's like you could hear it in his songs. The black people don't like him because he's white. The white people don't like him because he raps.
Okay.
He's covered in tattoos.
All right.
And he talks about the contradictions in cultural norms. He denounces Black Lives Matter. He makes gay jokes. And there's one of his songs is called "Everybody Hates Me," and he really runs
Tom
through
McDonald.
the list of all the people.
Yeah,
that
you'll have to
hates
listen
him.
to him.
That's his rap name. Tom
It's probably
McDonald.
his real name.
I mean,
Or
like,
it's just
yeah,
probably his name.
that's his name. That's his also rap name.
Like here, his one song, "Fake Woke." Here's the first two lines. "I think it's crazy. I'm the only one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it."
Huh.
But I mean, it sounds better than me reading it usually.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Sound better with William Shatner reading it.
I was thinking Morgan Freeman. Yeah. So
But
I
if
mean,
I sing about race in a song, people hate me for it.
yeah. Because he's white. Yeah. There's some other stuff he says in the song.
He talks about unifying the people.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know who also did that?
Hitler.
Hitler.
Yeah. Nice. I see where you're going.
Mm-hmm. See how Tom McDonald's just like Hitler?
They look exactly alike.
But
Nah.
here's
Probably
the
on
difference.
meth.
The difference is Tom McDonald is in Canada trying
Yeah.
to talk about the U.S.
That's true.
Yeah.
We should just tell Canada, like, you are alive because we let it be so. So shut the fuck up.
Because we let it be.
We let it be.
Without us, you'd be nothing. You'd all get killed by moose.
By man.
Trampled by moose.
That's it.
Well, I appreciate you coming over.
Yeah, man, this was fun.
Yeah, I got a good podcast here.
You better cut some of it.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
Yeah. A lot of the heavy rape stuff should probably go.
Fuck that.
Oh.
That shit's staying in.
That's... I agree.
I-
I was just saying that for the censors, to make it look like I'm not such a bad guy.
Okay. Like,
Oh. I wanted to ask you, do you ever go on Twitch?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay.